In this video, we're going to be doing an example of an application using piecewise defined functions. So here we're going to be talking about interior design, service, employees. So the number N in thousands of employees in the interior design services industry in the United States decreased in a linear pattern from 2007 through 2010. In 2011, the number rose and increased through 2012 in a different linear pattern. These two patterns can be approximated by the following function. N of t equals negative 4.64t plus 76.2 when t is between 7 and 10, and it can equal 7 and it can equal 10, and 0.9t plus 20.0 when t is between 11 and 12 and can equal 11 and 12, where t represents the year, and with t equaling 7 corresponding to the year 2007. So we're going to use this function to approximate the number of employees for the years 2007 and for 2011. So let's kind of go back into our word problem and see what we see. So if we come back, we can see that right here it says that it decreased in a linear pattern from 2007 through 2010. And so this, right here, we have a negative slope. So that's going to be decreasing. And so that is going to be our decreasing linear pattern. Then it says in 2011, the number rose and increased through 2012 in a different linear pattern. So this different linear pattern is our second portion of our piecewise function. So what are we being asked to do? We are being asked to approximate the number of employees. Now remember that the number of employees is the N, so that's our answer, right? And it wants us to do it for the years 2007 and 2011. So we need to know, where does 2007 and 2011 represent? Like, where do they fall? In the first definition or in the second? So in our red equation or in our green equation? So remember that 2007 corresponds to the number 7, and that 2011 corresponds to the number 11. So let's look at our years. Here we see that 2007 is going to fall in our first pattern because 7 is between or equal to 7 and 10. So we'll be using the first definition there. And 2011 falls between our 11 and 12. Not just between, but it says less than or equal to. So therefore, or greater than or equal to rather. And so we can use the 11, and we'll use the second equation there. So we're going to write our first equation. Wow, my computer's kind of freaking out. Let's try this again. So we're going to write down our first equation. We're going to leave that T spot open. And what we're going to do, oops, put my decimal too early. There we go. And here we're going to put in our 7. And we're going to get an answer. Then for 2011, we're going to plug in our 11 into the second portion of the definition to get our answer. So here we're going to plug in an 11. And so we can just plug those into a calculator. So if we take negative 4.64 times 7 and then add 76.2 to that, we're going to get a value of 43.72. Then, if we take our 0.90, multiply it by 11, and then add 20.0, we will get a value of 29.9. So that tells us that in 2007, that there was approximately 43.72 thousand employees, because remember, it told us that it was doing it in thousands. and that in 2011 there was approximately 29.9 thousand, right, thousand employees.